your name's Sunny, correct?
Yes, right. My name is Sunny.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm also doing fine. So before we begin, how about my talking speed? Am I okay? Speaking
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, it's okay.
Mm. What about corrections? Immediately? Chat box? Which do you
Correct
prefer?
me immediately, please.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Have you prepared a topic for us?
Yes,
Mm.
I have just read that the article
Oh, which
from the
article
beginner
in
part,
here?
the first one, the type
Oh, vaccine.
volunteers.
Vaccine? Okay, yes. You're the fourth one to choose vaccine.
Yes, right.
But anyway, so in here, could you give me a summary of vaccine, of the article, I mean?
Uh-huh. Of course,
Sorry.
in America,
Mm-hmm.
there are
Mm-hmm.
testing about the new COVID-19 vaccine, and
Okay.
there are more than 25,000 volunteers who
Mm-hmm.
want to take part in that, yeah, testing. And
Mm-hmm.
in the test, there are a real vaccine and a placebo. So the
Mm-hmm.
volunteers uh,
Mm-hmm.
don't know about
Okay.
whether
Don't
the,
know.
yeah, medicine was a real vaccine or a placebo. And
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
What else?
there was a woman who wants to who volunteered to that testing, and she is 68 year old, and she has uh, asthma,
Yes,
right?
correct.
So
Mm-hmm.
if she got COVID-19 coronavirus, it is very dangerous for her because she is very
Mm-hmm.
old and she has asthma. So she
Oh.
wanted to, yeah, become a volunteer, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
So
it.
you don't have any problems understanding the article, correct? Do you have any questions with the article?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. So let's start with the first questions that I already prepared. Were you
Mhm.
ever given a vaccine when you were young? Any vaccine at all? Like
Yeah,
for measles? Hmm.
yes,
What
in
were they
Korea.
for?
Uh, Actually,
Hmm. Yes.
I don't remember when I was young, and
Mm.
I think my parents uh,
Hmm.
tried
Don't remember.
to, yeah, try
Mm.
to
Eh, try to continue.
uh, try to
Mm.
uh, get have me that kind of
Hmm.
vaccines what that
Mm.
is mandatory for
With
children.
for yes, for babies.
Yeah,
And what
babies.
about now? Now that you're a little bit
Actually,
older, have you?
y-
Oh yes, continue.
yeah, every year I got a flu vaccine
Oh,
in
flu.
in the
Is it
winter.
mandatory?
Not really,
Mm.
but uh, very I'm very a health conscious person. So every winter I usually get flu vaccine uh,
Hmm.
for, yeah, to, yeah,
Hmm.
prevent from catching a cold.
Flu. Yes. Is it really cold in your country during winter?
Yes.
It's
I think,
bearable. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Due to the climate change, these
Mhm,
days in the winter it is very
mhm,
freezing cold.
mhm, mm. And does it really affect the health of everyone? Let's say children, adults, elder. That's why you have to get a flu vaccine every year.
Uh, yes.
I
Right.
see. That's okay. It's to prevent you from getting sick.
Mm.
Okay. What about number two? What do you know about COVID-19 vaccination now?
Now,
Any
I've heard that
updates? Mm-hmm.
mm, in many countries, many scientists are developing the vaccine of coronavirus, and I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that many country takes a lot of money to yeah developing that um, vaccine.
To
But
develop?
yeah, I've heard that at the beginning of the mm, developing vaccine, it is not that safe. So actually, my husband is a
Yes.
scientist, and he said that
Oh.
yeah, when the mm, when uh,
Yes.
the first vaccine
You can
of
do it.
coronavirus coming out, we don't have to get the
To
vaccine because there
take.
are a lot of risks and yeah, yeah, first time of the uh,
Vaccine.
developing, yeah, we cannot see a lot of cases and yeah, it might have some after
Effect.
what can I say after
Effects.
effects. Yeah, right.
Yes. And with the because you talk with your husband, how many years does a vaccine development takes?
On average,
3 years?
uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, if they want to develop one vaccine, it takes around 1 year and a half. So
Oh,
yeah,
mm,
at least
at
18 months
least.
to develop one vaccine. But yeah,
Mm.
it is for now it is not that long to uh, study and develop of the vaccine. So I think it is still dangerous.
Not. Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit risky because we don't have much time, right?
Yes,
But
right.
anyway, what about number three?
Mhm.
If the World Health Organization approved of a vaccine to be safe, would you take it? Why or why not?
uh,
Yes.
I think when I as I mentioned, the time is right
Mm-hmm.
to develop vaccines. I yeah have to get the vaccine of coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Be,
You will get.
like flu vaccine. So I think we
Mm.
have to get coronavirus vaccine every year, right? Every winter,
Yes.
like yeah, flu vaccine. And
Mm.
um, but as I mentioned at the first of the
Mm.
developing, I don't want to get the
You don't
vaccine.
want to.
Yeah, as a
Mm.
yeah volunteers
At
or
for
yeah
now.
yeah right.
Mm. Yes, but in case, for example, there are already released COVID-19 vaccination. What do you think are the negative effects to people? How do you imagine? Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm.
uh,
Mm. You have never heard of any news or videos about negative effects of vaccine to the body? Mm,
Mm, no, not really.
mm, mm, but anyway, what about medicines? Have you heard of any negative effects of medicines or maybe fake news of medicines to take for COVID-19? Have you heard of any?
I've heard about the medicine
Mm-hmm.
uh, to medicine that is
Mm-hmm.
uh, inject
Mm-hmm. You can do
that
it.
is
Yeah.
injected to the Donald Trump, who is
Oh.
the
Mm-hmm.
American president,
President.
and
Oh,
yeah, you know he
mhm.
was the
I haven't
positive case.
heard of that actually. Tell
Yeah.
me more. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Actually,
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump got the coronavirus, and
Oh.
uh,
Oh. And.
after he uh, confirmed that virus,
Mm-hmm.
he went to the military hospital, and
Oh.
after just 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
he left the
Recovered.
hospital. I think
Oh.
there are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
under that situation. There are a lot of
There are
politician
several.
factors, or yeah, next month
Sunny,
there will be
are you there?
an election, president election in the USA.
Sunny, do you have problems with your audio?
No, not really. Can you hear me? Can't
Uh,
you hear me?
I'm having a little bit trouble hearing you a while ago. Could you repeat when he left the military
Uh,
hospital?
uh,
What happened?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm.
he just left. After 3 days, he just left the hospital. But
Mm-hmm.
if you get the coronavirus, you have to stay at least 2 weeks
Isolate. Mm-hmm.
in the hospital. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think living in 3 days, it is very dangerous.
Short.
And I think as a president, it uh, gives wrong message to the citizens. So yeah, so and I've heard that he got a lot of medicines from uh, the world's most
Hospital.
world's best hospital and scientist. And I
Mm.
think I have some skepticism
Yes.
about his living, and uh,
Mm.
but I've heard that he got a lot of the best medicines, and got a lot of good best medicine, and it was he and I think there were many politician um, factors under that situation,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he got a lot of good medicines as a president, and he wanted to run for the election. So
Mm. But what is your so let's just not talk about vaccine first. What do you think? What is your opinion on Donald Trump's skills on trying to solve COVID-19 pandemic? How would you evaluate him?
at the beginning of the situation, this challenging
Mm.
situation, he kept saying that it is not that dangerous and you don't need to wear masks. So
Mm.
for for the long time, yeah, actually, he didn't wear masks, and that's why I think that's why he got that virus.
Mm.
And
Mm.
uh, I think he was very wrong because as a president he uh, gave a lot of wrong messages, and uh, yeah, so I think that's why there are a number of uh, positive cases in the USA, and there are a lot of people
Mm.
who died from the coronavirus.
COVID. Yes. Comparing US and Korea's cases of death,
Mhm.
of course, US is the highest. How does your country minimize the death rates for COVID-19?
Mm, uh, I think Korean health authority was very good at uh, preventing the infection from the infection uh, the infection from spreading.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, uh,
Mm.
you
Any
know,
more? Mm.
mm, uh, at the beginning of the situation in Korea, there are a lot of uh, uh, testing places, so people can
Testing sites.
yeah testing site, so people can uh, get the testing from through uh, drive through or walk through sites, and it was very convenient to find to know whether
Mm-hmm.
they they get
Mm-hmm.
they got the yeah coronavirus or not.
The virus. Mm. So actually, that would be the end of our class. But I'd like to congratulate you with your English speaking because actually, in terms of vocabulary, you are doing great. However, you hesitate sometimes when you're
Yes.
talking. It's kind of like you think of the perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation. My advice is just speak because sometimes just speaking smoothly would often improve your English, but
Mm,
still, your English is great. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sunny.
Thank you.
Bye
Good night.
bye. Good night. Yeah, good night.